Hey Taurus, just to the point. Just want to start this off by saying thank you for your support last month. It means the world to me. Thank you for the comments and thank you for the subscriptions. It means a whole lot to me. I never thought I would have someone comment on anything that I did as far as this goes. So I don't know. It's very encouraging. This last month has been a rough one for me. I don't know if it's the planets in retrograde and stuff like that or what's going on, but I had to get my energy together. So I'm trying to get these done before the first of the month because I'm always lagging. It's like, the end of the month is so busy to me. I should get them out halfway through the month, but I feel like closer to the beginning of the month, then the better, you know? So anyways, I just want to say thanks, y'all, because y'all did y'all thing last month, and I'm starting with you this month. So let's get to it. Now, you start this off with a little bit of conflict. You could be in this conflict right now. It doesn't seem like anything major, though. I'm not getting like a major deal. This almost seemed kind of like a warning that the conflict that you're about to get into, or the conflict that you've been facing lately, to just make sure that it isn't a hollow victory, like winning an argument, but at what cost? You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, you won the argument, but it cost you a friend, type of deal. Sometimes you got to pick your battles wisely. And I'm not saying that you will be subdued in the battle. I don't think that saying as I get older is all about losing a physical battle. I think sometimes you can choose to win in an argument or a situation that you're facing, but the consequences of what you lost is greater. Like, it wasn't even worth it when it's said and done. So as I look at this, I just get a warning, kind of. You know what I'm saying? That pick your battles wisely, and just really assess before you move forward into dealing with whatever issue this is, to just be very mindful of who you're dealing with and what they're worth to you, or what you're dealing with and what it's worth to you, because sometimes it's better just to act like you lost. You didn't really lose, but you just shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And then, if it's a life lesson thing that you're going back and forth with the individual over or something like that, then life will teach them. And things work themselves out. But it's been hard for me in situations to shut my mouth. Especially when I know I'm right, But, usually in life, if you let those things go ahead and proceed, let everything work itself out and stuff like that, people will see that later on down the line, whether they admit it to you or not. So anyways, you start off with the Knight of Swords. I'm going to read that to you. First, let me mark this. And I'm going to read y'all the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, yeah. I said Wands at first. I messed up. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is talking about they correspond to the element of fire, so they could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo involved in this situation, or coming into your life soon, or that's the energy that could be surrounding the situation. The people that you're coming in contact with, that you are going back and forth with, one of them might be these signs or something like that. If it's a love reading, we'll get into that next after this, but I'm just going to read it right first, you know what I'm saying? Instead of making it love. Enterprise, movement, novelty, and challenge coming into your life. When upright, the Knight of Swords prompts you to take decisive action to defend your rights and protect whatever you hold dear. The clever and assertive knight makes a good ally and formidable opponent. like the protagonist of Shakespeare's Henry 1598. The Knight of Swords rallies you with words. So again, I would advise you to really, really think about what you're going to say if you have time to think about whatever rival that you're facing right now. If it's somebody near and dear to your heart, calm down. Because I take this out. Really, I take this as I'm gonna read it as a love reading in a minute, but I take it as a warning. When this popped out, him, he think he won. Ha 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 ha! I beat y'all. But what are you really losing? Whatever you're coming up against next with the Five of Wands, this fell right after the Knight of Swords. It's really not a challenge. It seems to be a challenge because there seems to be a lot of things pressing you right now, but a lot of it could even be in your head. And if it's physical people coming up at you in a physical way, a lot of those people that seems to be on your opponent's team really ain't on your opponent's team. Like, it just seemed like that. Because when you pay attention to this Five of Wands, I'm sorry. You have one guy here, and he's only pressed really against one wand right there. The rest of those people are pressing back against the party that they're supposed to be with. You see what I'm saying? So I don't ever get worried about that. When I see five of Wands, I used to kind of get worried, but now I don't get worried no more because it only appears that it's so many people against you. It could appear that the whole office is against you when it's only one influencing the other people, but they really haven't been swayed by the one who's trying to influence them, type of deal. You see what I'm saying? So you don't got nothing to worry about. You win, but like I said, it will cost. So this conflict is coming in or whatever. First of all, you was ready for it. You win, but at what cost? Just a second. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find the Knight of Wands here because I just had it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the Knight of Wands. Some of these I like to just read directly from the book because it gives a better explanation than I can, and I want to make sure that it's right on point. I'm giving you everything you need, you know. So that's what I was looking to do, and I was looking for the Knight of Wands. But it says, after this conflict, you let people walk away and stuff like that. Gotta make sure how, though. Gotta make sure how. Gotta make sure if it's worth it. Was it worth it, though? Right now you think it is. Because with the Knight of Wands, it says, Knight of Wands corresponds to the element of fire as well. So, you know, there could be fire energy in here. You could be going at it with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know. I'm just saying that you got major fire surrounding this situation right now. Which suggests action, enterprise, movement, novelty, and excitement coming into your life. When upright, the Knight of Wands advises you to get ready for an exciting ride as he adds spice to your life. Changes in the air. The Knight loves to travel, and he really picks up his roots and moves to a new location, which would be huge for you guys. Because I know you guys like to, you know, like a routine, you know what I'm saying? So picking up and moving for a Taurus is just like, you know, it must have been some real inspiration going on there. Or what they're moving to, they're just head over heels excited with. So there could be a possible move in your future. A possible job may come up, or something to where you get to relocate with your job or something like that. You could have been battling at work. And when I say battling at work, I mean, you know, contending with your other colleagues for a position. And now you're going to move forward and move on. Whatever the case, there's an exciting adventure ahead, and you're ready for it. The fifth one is the Two of Wands. And you're taking time to balance your mind, balance everything in your life, and make sure that the next step that you take out in front of you is the right step, because you got a lot of excitement coming in, and there could be options coming in as far as travel. Definitely change, moving and relocation are associated with the Knight of Wands. Now you deciding that you're making your final decision and making sure is that really what you want to do. Balancing out your mind. I was prompted to pull an extra card, so I just pulled it myself. I spread all the cards out, and then I pulled it over as an overall clarifier for everything. And this is what I got. Seven of Swords, so that's sneaking away. You got to make sure also that when you're sneaking away and stuff like that, just make sure you're thinking about stuff right. Balance this in your head. I think this came balancing everything out and thinking about it right and making sure you got all your ducks in a row before this one, because it seems like you're definitely fisted apart. Make a move and go into a new adventure. It could possibly be traveling. It could be also switching relationship partners. That's what this could also say. That maybe you've been dating an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, possibly, and you have been in conflict, but you're moving on. Now, it's just a lot of fire in this message as far as these cards are concerned. I picked up fire 2 times, so that's the only reason why I'm saying it. So, anyways, you in conflict. If I was to read this as a love reading, I want to get my feet in there because they ugly. Knight of Swords would be, conflict coming in. It's really not as bad as it seems. If I was to read this as a relationship reading, it's not as bad as it seems. A lot of it could really be in your head. You could be thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and overthinking the issue. Also, when it comes to relationships, or when it comes to suspicion and assumptions, you believe what your mind tells you on that stuff. It does not necessarily mean that it's true. That's the problem with suspicion. You can suppose and suppose and suppose, but unless you actually know, you cannot say indefinitely what is really going on in a person's moves, in a person's heart, in a person's motives. You can't say, okay, since I think this way, it's probably true. Whatever we think about long enough will definitely come a truth for us. You think about it, you have suspicion at first, and you think about it. Then you think about it a little more, and you be like, that probably is what happened. Then you think about it a little more, and you sure that's what happened, and you have made it up in your mind to be a truth without having one bit of proof, all just because you thought from your own will, your own emotions. That's from you. So whatever's going on, it seems that you have decided to win this fight. Oh, you will have the last word. But is it worth losing your boo? At first you think it is, because the Knight of Wands is like, I'm fit to go out here and kick it and have me some fun, forget this person, or whatever. So it just looks like you're moving on. If you're in a relationship, you're definitely moving on. If there's somebody that you have been looking at and saying, okay, I am going to pursue this person, maybe this other person has been stopping you from doing that. Maybe the conflict in your mind has been stopping you from making up a decision, making up your mind and just, making a decision to go after this person that you really, really want, you really, really love. The conflict could have been in your mind. So make up a decision about this person that you love. In the meantime, whatever creeps that you had going on around you, you have just decided to let them walk away. With this card, I would really, really prompt you, though, to choose your words wisely and watch how you do stuff. You can't burn down bridges behind you after you cross them. Lord, that's a whole nother sermon. Whew, if I could go back and unburn some of them bridges, Lord. Because I had to go back across them, but they wasn't there. And some of them was there, but it sure was raggedy, and it sure was hard getting back across. Because you got to deal with all that shit. You talk so much shit, and you put that person down so much, and you washed your hands of them after you used them and didn't need them no more. Or they was there for you, and you don't need them no more. And then there comes a situation in life because the tables just keep turning. It's just like a record. The world keeps turning. Situations keep happening. Things keep flip-flopping. One day things is upright. The next day they topsy-turvy. Life changes. Sorry, folks. And sometimes you run right back into the person that you thought you didn't need no more. Anyways. I'm laughing because I've been through that. So anyway, where was I? Watch how you say it. Watch what you do. Watch how you do this, okay? They might even deserve it, but watch how you do it. You're a bad MF and everything. Be bad. But choose your words and your actions wisely. Anyway, you move on from this conflict. If this was a love interest, you made up your mind to move on and pursue the love of your life that you've been trying to ignore by being with this other motherfucker. But it didn't work. But now you still stuck in your head just like a normal Taurus. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw that in there, but y'all be on the fence. Please look up mugwump, okay? It's a bird. It's a political statement, which means your ass is on one side of the fence and your head is on the other side of the fence. If you done already made up your mind about the situation and you done went through the great lengths of cutting somebody off, which got to be hard for y'all because y'all like things to stay constant and y'all don't like disorder and y'all like things to be planned and y'all like stability. Y'all don't like change. I was trying not to say it like that, but you don't. So if you decide to put somebody up out of your life, congratulations. I am sending a cyber pat on your back. I'm not being funny, but I am. I love y'all Tauruses. I just gotta be me. But get off of the fence. If you already decided. I'm not saying in every situation y'all had to put somebody out y'all life so y'all could go ahead and move forward. Because you know how y'all, okay, like a lot of people is. I can't just blame this on Tauruses. You can't pursue the person that you want to pursue because you're so busy doing other stuff. Whatever that may be, no shade, no tea. But sometimes you got to cut some of this stuff off to pursue your true interests. Because all of that distracted energy and energy displaced and energy everywhere, sometimes to get what you really, really want, you got to cut off distractions and really go after it. That's all I'm saying. So if you really did that, Taurus, that's outstanding. And for the life of me, please, okay, this came up at the end as like fantasy. Sometimes we fall out with people because we just really want to go pursue that other person. Maybe everybody ain't as fucked up as me. I'm sorry, but I've been through some shit in my life. Anyway, don't be fantasizing about a motherfucker and you don't even know where they at. I'm finna stop y'all. Because this is the last card I came up with. Now, I done switched this over to a love reading since that's what you want. But know what's on this other person's mind while you fantasizing. Please don't be in a fantasy world. You done picked up a couple vibes from somebody. You done made them concrete in your mind. Now you done diss the person that you with, and you finna go off and pursue them because you think they like you back. It might not even be like that. Get shit clear, please. With this card. Because it look like you sneaking off. And then don't sneak off too. Be tactful. You ain't got to disappear one day and just stop answering the phone and all that other stuff. That's how you get the old person to pop up at your house while the new person is there. Now you in conflict. The new person and the old person is fighting, or the old person ran the new person off because they feel like you're about games now just because you didn't even go over there and tell them what was up. Or you didn't call them and say, hey, it's over. We don't need to talk no more, stuff like that. They gonna figure out it's over a while. I'm just gonna stop talking to them. I'm gonna stop answering. No, what you trying to do is still hold on to them while you see if the new person work. I'm in red form this morning. I'm about to run out of power on this phone or space. I wish I could keep on talking to y'all. Oh my God, this is just so juicy, but pick your fights wisely, Taurus. Whatever, it seems like no matter what goes on in the situation, you're going to end up happy. I think walking away from whatever situation and having this conflict, it was time for it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. You know, whether it was work-related, home-related, body, soul, mind, whatever conflict you had going on. Alcohol, drugs, sinner, saint, whatever. But all I'm saying is choose your battles wisely. If I could sum up all these cards right now, I would say to choose your battles wisely. Whatever conflict you're in, whether it's office, whether it's personal relationship, whether you're into it with somebody, whether you decide to move on from somebody, please choose your words wisely. And don't burn down any fences. If you're leaving a company, do it with tact. Give a 2-week notice, stuff like that. Because you never know what bridge you may have to recross in life. Anyways, thank you for last month's support again. I love y'all with all my heart. And I will keep y'all posted. Bye.